Hello, my name is True Fox, or Ari. I'm not good at intros or talking to myself, so I'm hoping this will like push me out of my comfort zone some. So I guess my main goal of the series is to just kind of get, number one, more used to talking to a camera, and number two, just try like new things, especially with building and stuff like that. I have been playing Minecraft for about, I think, since 2011, I know that much. Oh, there's like an extreme spruce over there. For this world, I am playing it with keep inventory and immediate respawn because I know I get very frustrated whenever I die and lose all my items, and that causes me to quit worlds. And honestly, I think it's kind of fun to have the immediate respawn. I think someone said like it's just a bad dream. The newer mob generation, like I got the update when I was playing on a realm with some of my friends. So at first I was playing on a realm with friends when the update first dropped. So for a while I thought these were modded pigs. Okay, I love spruce biomes. They're so fun to go into. I also really like swamp biomes. I think it's because whenever I first started playing Minecraft, one of my first worlds was in a swamp. And back then the world generation wasn't like huge. So, you know, my whole area was basically swamp, and I just had a lot of fun because I started using, I think that's like, yeah, I started using redstone. I would have lights coming on my house during nighttime with the daylight sensors. Oh, puppy. Should probably find some place to hide before nighttime comes. I don't know if I've said it yet, but I am playing on Java Edition. I do switch between Java and Bedrock a lot. If I'm playing by myself, I tend to do Java more. Because I know some people will say like, oh, well, you're not really playing Minecraft if you have keep inventory on. I don't care. There's an option for keep inventory. I'm going to turn it on. I wonder if there's a village. I could probably use some of the materials. Oh. God, how much health does this thing have? There we go. Okay. Yep. We're having a wonderful night one here. I know strip mining isn't optimal these days with the newer cave generation and all that. See, like, I don't know how often I'm even gonna make videos because I am a college student right now, and I am kind of focusing on my studies and stuff. I am an English major with a concentration in creative writing, and it is so fun. I get a class each semester. It's a workshop class. I just get to sit in a room, and I get to very shyly be like, here's what I wrote, and then I have to listen to like everyone say what they do and don't like and where it can be changed. And it is so scary. I'm gonna be real with you. But I know I need to have it done. That's why I even took the classes, because I need to have it done, okay? So what I usually end up doing is I will like write down what everyone says, because I know that as soon as I step out the room, I'm gonna be like, wow, I don't remember a thing. So I've just been like writing down what people say about it. I don't put names to it, obviously, because it's not like I'm gonna remember. But I think it's a good habit for me to have. Like, this part was good, you should probably change this line. This part feels a little bit clunky, because that's part of the whole feedback process. Okay. I'm gonna try and do this quickly. It is safer to be in a boat at night than it is to be just out in the open. Because the drowns, you don't have to worry about them as much. It also looks like a village up there. Creatures of the night. Ooh, wait, I still have coal on me. I could probably quickly place down the furnace and then smelt some of the kelp so that I can at least get some hunger bars back. A mega taiga that way. Extreme hills and valleys. I'm gonna raid that village And then I should have enough of a vantage point to look at everything. I like building in taigas. I like the way that the grass looks mostly. I think that's what I base most of my areas that I live in off of, is how the grass, the leaves, and the water look. And I just like how the taiga tends to look. And I find that weird because, you know, my first, like one of my first worlds was a swamp biome. And that has like some of the ugliest leaves and stuff. But, you know, I really like it. I think it's because, you know, I didn't really know what I was doing at the time. So I think it just holds a special place in my heart. Ooh, you can't get me. I gotta be careful because if I tap his hitbox and he's gonna jump in this boat with me and scare the crap out of me. I don't know if I'll add any mod packs to this. I think for now I'll just keep it rather vanilla. I think there's a lot of fun to be had even with just vanilla Minecraft. I see all these videos of people with create mod and other like crazy insane mods, and I'm like, that does look fun and stuff, but at the same time it kind of is intimidating because there's already so much content in the base game. So like, this game is my special interest or whatever. So I am very nostalgic for it, like every day of the week. Hello. Also, my skin is currently a cowboy. That will definitely change by next time. I was literally playing cowboys with some of my friends like a week ago. My goodness, this place is just like taiga. There's more village down there, lovely. Just taiga everywhere. There's like, hello. Is that another village? Hold on. Stop, move. Yeah, that is. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm probably not gonna go to that one till later. I think villages are good for starting out and stuff like that, but later into the game they're not always the greatest. It's like I used to do videos and content creation. That was like years ago, probably like 5 years ago, which honestly at the time I probably shouldn't have been doing it. I did learn like a few things from doing content creation. Just basic things really. Like I learned how to do like basic stuff with editing and video recording and all that. I feel like I have improved. I've gotten better equipment. I'm pretty sure if you give a horse, I think it's 27 sugar, then it immediately gets tamed, because I think it has something to do with like a sugar cube, which is like a sugar cubed. Which, first off, awful joke. Second off, I find it quite hilarious. I think the crafting recipe was something like this. No. Okay. That was close. Isn't it Iron Pick? That achievement genuinely took me so long to understand. It's the one achievement that I don't like. I think some achievements are, you know, great, you know, they help you. Oh crap. Move it! I think some achievements are pretty good, you know, they're good at helping you progress through the game. I think like that one astrophysicist that's playing Minecraft without knowing anything about it is using the achievements so that he knows what to do. However, there's some things like, I think you should at the very least get an achievement for killing the warden. I know the whole point of the Deep Dark is don't wake up the warden, but I feel like the least that could happen is that we get an achievement. I probably am gonna leave this horse. Curse of Binding, no. Oh, Lisa. Is that? Oh my goodness. Whee! Diamonds! Yo, 4? Okay, that's great. I'm not too sure how I'm gonna end up editing this series. Because I feel like different series require slightly different styles of editing. They all have like roughly the same style. With the knockoff life series I did, that one was a little bit slower paced, and that was on purpose. Typical. Okay, it's been like a week since that last clip. I kind of got busy with life stuff. I managed to go by a few ruined portals, and I have some form of armor, so I've got that going at least. And I am now in a mega taiga biome. Get some like higher view of this. Give me a second. So I'm settling down here in this area. I don't know if I'll do anything with that over there. I traveled in from like that way. For now, I'm probably gonna just focus on getting set up with basic things. So between finding this new area and getting here, I managed to raid a few desert temples. I also managed to tame a wolf, and I found a shipwreck, which had some pretty good loot, and in it was also a buried treasure map, which I then followed to get said treasure. I managed to tame a horse with some pretty good stats on it. Good hurts. What I'm doing right now is I'm really just trying to clear out some area so that I can work on my base. I do like the way that mossy cobble tends to look. The regular cobble is nice still though, especially whenever I'm trying to mix it into different block palettes and things like that. You know, a lot of the time I tend to build houses that end up looking the same because I'm very used to, me and my brother, we had these like Minecraft books back in the day. It was a builder's tutorial for Minecraft. Usually I build my houses outside in, I think. So like outside first, and then I'll do the interior. Try and do different stuff, so I think I'll probably do this base like inside out, so the interior first. Okay, I'm liking that so far. I traded with the traveling merchant for the pale moss, because I was thinking about making regular moss, but then I saw that he had the pale moss, so I think I'll probably do this one instead. Yeah, I like that, I like that. I like it, Picasso. Dude, I like barely know what I'm doing. God, I'm so bright, I decided to have a soda every time I record these, because it has like just enough caffeine in it to not keep me up throughout the night. But then I gotta deal with cutting out like any sort of like weird sounds I make because of it. I know the whole trick is to just pretend like I'm talking to someone, but that's also kind of weird because I'm very much not used to doing that. I know some people, how they process thoughts is to talk to themselves. I am not one of those people. I tend to just think my thoughts. Talking about your thoughts out loud, I know that is a good way for people to fully process, you know, what they're thinking about, because then they have to put more attention into the fact that they are speaking words out loud. I just have a hard time being like that, I guess. It's like I can be a loud person when I'm around people, but as soon as I'm by myself, I've gone days before without saying anything, just because I don't feel as though I have the need to. Like, honestly, I'm not sure how long these videos are gonna take me to edit. I'm supposed to have my classes start up soon. When it comes to editing, I am mostly self-taught. I really don't use a great editing program. I just use a free one that I found, because the last thing I really want to do is have to pay for it when I know that I'm not editing for longer than about 10 hours per month. Because the price just doesn't make sense. Me using a free editing program is probably what's best for now. Because, you know, I'm still in school, college, whatever you want to call it. Trying not to record on days where I'm dead tired. Because then I end up just being very silent or I'm very quiet. When it comes to thinking of YouTube as a long-term thing, I don't see that for myself personally. And I think people who are able to do that are pretty cool. But it's never been something for me. Because sometimes I would tell my family like, oh yeah, I'm trying to do videos and stuff. I've gotten laughed at before for saying that. Which, you know, I didn't like it at the time. Now I don't really care. Because it's my time and my effort that I'm putting into these. It's like I don't care about the algorithm or anything like that. Because really these videos are just things for me and my friends, mostly just to look at them and be like, oh yeah, that was pretty cool when you did that, or whatever. It's like if I could do YouTube stuff on the side, then I think that would be fun. I know I just don't have the time or resources right now. I've got a lot of work that I'm doing. I'm a student and then I have a, you know, job that I go work at for money or whatever. And then sometimes I'll have like little side gigs I can do. Those are very few and far between though. Usually it's things like making drinks. And then I've also got other stuff I'm working on, like I'm trying to write a book or whatever. Or whatever, like that's not a huge task and accomplishment. I know it is. I take it seriously, but every time I bring it up again, I just don't get taken seriously. I feel like that's something that's unfortunately very common for people like me, that, you know, because I'm on the spectrum, I've got ADD, all the things. And again, like, I don't really mind it, I just don't like how I get treated because of it. Because sometimes I will be treated like I am an actual child when I am an adult, so I try not to let it affect me, but usually it somehow does. The biggest thing is trying to pretend like it doesn't, and that's difficult sometimes. You know, I've got these stories that I make up, and I do have a lovely number of people that are helping me with it. When it comes to telling some people about, you know, what I'm writing, genuinely, I just don't get taken seriously about it most of the time. Or, you know, I'll tell people like, hey, I'm an English major, and what I get back in return is, oh, so what are you gonna do? Because I'm going for English or the concentration in creative writing, and how I frame it is I will talk over people before they can even get a chance to ask me that silly question of, what are you gonna do with that? Usually what ends up happening is I'll say, oh yeah, I'm an English major, concentration in creative writing, because I want to write books and I'm currently in the middle of writing one right now. Because then that kind of gets rid of their chance to even ask me, what are you gonna do with that? It's such a stupid question anyways. So it feels like it's demeaning. I mean, I could ask them the same thing. Like, what are you gonna do with that, I don't know, like, that job you have right now as an accountant? You're gonna do your job, that's what. You learn how to do skills, and then you do your job. That's what I'm doing. I'm learning skills. That's what all the workshop classes I'm in are for, is just learning skills. And then to not get taken seriously, or sometimes what happens is I get the fun little, oh well, I'm glad you're having fun, because that's like negating me as having what I guess they would consider, they being relatives mostly. like a real degree. I would like to see them write some of the essays and make some of the portfolios I do. Editor, put on screen like the word count for my last few essays last semester, since I'm, you know, at my university on scholarships mostly. They think that I'm wasting my money. I remember when I changed my major, I was on a late night call. I call him my editor. You know, he is just kind of like a proofreader for a bunch of the stuff I write. So that's already like the first sign that I probably care about my stuff more than the average person. But I called him late at night. I told him like I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. Not in like a dying way for once, but just in a being unsure kind of way. The two of us, we talked some, and then I kind of come to the conclusion that I didn't want to keep on with my degree at the time, which was marine sciences or marine biology. What I wanted to do instead was become an English major. I kind of figured that that's probably what it would have turned into, because I would have my friends, they would have me read over some of their essays, or even like their emails, and ask me if it sounded good or not. And they would ask me like, Ari, why aren't you an English major? You know, my thought at the time was like, oh, because there's no real money in it. When I learned later that English majors are one of the most hired majors, and on top of that, they have the lowest rate of unemployment. I'll put the stats on screen in post. One of my professors, I, went to his office hours because I needed help with an assignment. He read over my work and he asked me, like, when I was planning to get my degree and what made me choose English as my major. And this was before I'd, like, declared on my student profile, I guess. I don't know the words. Before I had declared, like, my major being changed. And I told him, like, oh, actually, I'm doing marine biology. And he just was baffled. And I told another one of my professors, she does most of my workshop classes, asked me something similar. It's like, oh, how far into your degree are you? And I'm like, I'm in my, first year. Again, she asked me, why am I not an English major? I feel like those kind of should have been signs. Oh, this roof is gonna look a little jank. Oh crap. I need to remove that block. So, then it's me on call late with my editor guy, and, I kind of tell him, I don't know what I want to do with my life. So then we talk, and I kind of realize that, I'm gonna be however old when I graduate anyways. So I might as well do something that I actually want to do and get a degree in English, because that way I can learn skills that will help me as a writer. And so I decided to change my major to English. I want to have a line right there. Okay, that's, my first time building a house from the inside out. I could just be, staring at it for too long again. I still think the outside looks really weird, but I think that's gonna be it for now. Next time I'm probably gonna build a stable or something for my horse. Still not sure what I'm gonna name him. Weird house that I built from the inside out. I still don't know what came over me to do that. But I think that's gonna do it for now. Thank you for joining me. Bye bye.